days of a spring break, a heartache. I do it all over again. Do it all over again.
Hi Pisces, my name is Cam. Welcome to my channel. Today for your meditative session, Pisces, I got the Seven of Pentacles. For me, the Seven of Pentacles in the Dreams of Gaia deck is kind of about being aligned and being with spirit. So the question I have for you is, do you feel aligned, or what is it that is making you feel misaligned? Because I feel like this is the state of energy that you would like to be in, but right now, maybe it's hard for you to be aligned. It's hard for you to be with spirit. It's hard for you to meditate. I think the guidance is to try to figure out what is stressing you out. What is it that's causing this imbalance or this misalignment, so that you can get back to this state of alignment. And I'm also seeing, you know, everything is connected. So is there kind of a mirror situation where is the misalignment being caused by you? That's what I want to say. Is the misalignment being caused by you? Is there something that you're stressing out about, or that are you causing stress in someone's, like I feel like, you know, as within, so without. So if you're aligned within, it will cause your outer reality to become aligned, but if and kind of peaceful, I want to say. But if you are not aligned within, then you're going to see that mirrored back to you. So is there an energy that you're exerting towards others that is causing a misalignment in your life? Like, what is your responsibility in this misalignment? I feel like it has something to do with you. I mean, it always does, right? It always starts within, right? And just kind of getting the advice to meditate. Okay, Pisces, that's your meditative session. Let's get into the cards. So it's interesting, when I was shuffling, I saw the Queen of Air, but she kind of wanted to come out, but she didn't. And here I have the King of Air. There's definitely something about communication. Communication, I feel kind of stressed, like, and tired. I don't know what energy you guys are going through right now, but I feel like stressed out. Like, my energy is just kind of lowered, like, a lot. There's a lot of major arcana and major, like, there's a lot of major, maybe this is like a very big time for you, a big time of change, or this is a time of, if things aren't put in the proper place, that's what I'm saying. If things aren't put in the proper place, or things aren't put in the right way, this could be a time, I don't want to say of loss for you, but with the abundance card as the outcome of this situation, as the abundance is in reverse, I think it's kind of like, this is a very, I don't want to say tricky, it's not important, it's can't think of the word. It's a time when, if you kind of don't step on the right path or make this alignment that was in the meditative session, then there will be kind of a loss or a lack. You will feel the lack of abundance in your life. That's what I want to say, Pisces. It doesn't have to be something very serious. like, oh, you're gonna lose something serious. But I just feel with abundance in reverse, it's, I mean, we want to see that card upright, right? We want to see abundance in your life. So with it in reverse, it's kind of like as the outcome. And I do think this is, it's definitely a way of thinking, definitely like an intuitive way of thinking, a way of knowledge, like a way of that you're using the facts that you know, you're kind of using them poorly, because with perspective in reverse, it's like, I don't think you're seeing another person's perspectives in a situation, and that's why it's causing, because you're unable to see another's perspectives, oh my god, I can't speak. Maybe this has a lot to do with you having to speak about something, or someone has to speak something to you, because with the King of Air, this is like someone who's very able to communicate. You've been getting intuitive messages from spirit. And when I was meditating on your energy, I also did see the snake, and I completely forgot about that. And the snake is the symbol of healing, right? So maybe you forgot to heal, or there's some healing that needs to be done and you kind of forgot about it. But this healing needs to take place so that you can have the rebirth that you desire. Because until you are able to have that rebirth or that healing process that your body needs, you're never going to be able to, you're not going to be able to change your perspective on something. And with the lack of willingness to, I feel like it's a willingness to change your perspective. It's not that you can't see it from someone else's perspective, it's that you don't even want to. And that's the whole problem. If you're not willing to see another's perspective in a situation, this is going to cause a lot of arguing, this is going to cause a lot of fighting with the Five of Wands, and this is going to lead to a loss in your life, a lack of abundance, because we have to heal in order to shift, right? We have to heal in order to, we're energy, we're fluid, we work, we are energy. This whole reading is done with energy. Everything works with energy. And if you're unable to change the energy that you are in the present, if you're unable to change what it is that you need to change to have this rebirth process, and I feel like a lot of it has to do with healing, and I think that's something that you don't know. So this is a message for you that you need to heal. There's something in your life, something that you need to heal. And with the frog, to declutter, there's something that you have to heal in order to have a shift in perspective. And I feel like it's going to cause a loss for you, because it's going to be a loss for you if you're not able to shift that perspective of yours, if you're unable to be open to having to heal. And of course, it's a really hard situation. Healing is very painful. And I think that could be a reason why you don't want to do it. I feel like with this hero card, I never see him as someone with ego, but I'm seeing him as like an ego, and it's like you're starting with ego and you're ending with ego. And I think that the messages that you've been given the intuitive wisdom to know what it is that you need to do, and also the divine has kind of granted you. You have the Heaven and Earth card, 11, and the Ace of Pentacles. They've kind of granted you something that you've wanted your whole entire life, or something that you've always wanted, or something that you've dreamed about, something that you have always seen in your life is already present, but because of the lack of perspective, because of the lack of changing in perspectives, the lack of healing that's done on your part, this will crumble down. And I think a lot of this has to do with your ego protecting you. And our ego becomes stronger when we need more protection. So maybe you've had a hard time in your life, and you've had to have a strong ego, because that's what's gotten you through the rough times in your life. And I understand that, and I can't speak. I can't speak. I don't know the word. I know the word, but I can't say it. There's something here with words and speaking. I'm a Virgo Gemini, sorry. And I find it really easy to talk. I mean, I get nervous sometimes when I'm doing these readings and it's hard for me to speak, but generally I talk too much. So I'm having a hard time finding my words, and I think that that's something that has to do with this reading. Maybe someone is having a hard time speaking with you, or you're having a hard time communicating what it is with someone else, but there's definitely something about communication and the lack of it. I understand how our ego can get bigger because we need to protect ourselves. I understand it, and I sympathize. That's what I'm saying. I sympathize with you on having to do work What the clear message that I was getting, and I'm just going to reiterate it, is that in order to, because there are times when our ego has gotten out of control, I feel like the message is to step out of your ego and listen to whatever communication someone has been giving to you, because it's going to help you stay in this kind of Ace of Pentacles, heaven and earth energy. And the warning message is that if you don't change your perspective, if you remain in a stubborn energy where you're kind of unwilling to help someone who has been kind of communicating their needs to you, it's not going to work out, and there's going to be a loss. I feel like with this person being in the King of Air energy, that's the intuitive messages that you've been getting from Spirit as to what it is that you have to do in the situation that you might have been ignoring, or that your ego won't allow you to kind of upload. And at the same time, I feel like this person has also been communicating to you their wants, their needs, their desires, and because your ego is kind of overactive at this point, you're not able to see it from their perspective, see it from their way, kind of, give them what it is that they've been communicating to you. And I feel like it's all possible. It's just, it needs to have kind of a loss. The ego has to go, and the changing in perspective, it needs to happen so that there will be an end to the fights and there will not be a loss. Okay, so that's what I got for you, Pisces. Let's see what the advice is. So Pisces, I don't know if this energy is someone that's around you that's unwilling to kind of change their perspective, or it is your energy. But the advice for this person, with Trust the Great Mystery, I'm getting that even though it might be hard for you to let your ego down, the guidance is that in order to enter a state of, to keep your pentacle, to keep the heaven and earth, to keep what it is that you've already gained, the advice is that when trusting the great mystery, it's like trust spirit instead of trusting your ego. It's like instead of trusting what you've built up that's kind of ravenous at this point and is taking no prisoners, just kind of eating whatever's in its path. That's kind of how I feel about your ego right now. What I want to say with Well Spirit is like, if you let that ego go and you trust maybe this person and trust in spirit, like let it go, that it can help you learn to work with this person. But it involves trust. And maybe that's what you're lacking. It could also be trusting in, when trusting in spirit, it's kind of trusting in the universe. And if the universe has already brought you these gifts, then it's kind of like, why are you doubting it? Why are you using so much ego if you've already been given such a great gift? So to me, the message is trust. Trust in spirit, trust in yourself, and let this ego go. With Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge, it's the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. You might have some something with Libra in your chart, because Libra also got Saraswati, and with Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine, I'm butchering these names, at the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. I think what you don't understand is that at the center of everything that you create is you, yourself. And you can see how this is kind of a similar card, a similar energy. Even this one, I think that instead of being in this ego that you've created to protect yourself, the message and the advice is the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. It's kind of like, let the situation flow. Stop trying to control everything. Control is just our ego trying to control situations that make us feel insecure. So the message is, and I think water would be really beneficial to you at this time, because with Libra, the advice was to go near water, to go in nature, to ground yourself. So I feel like with this message is to go towards the water, to kind of let things flow like water, to let this energy flow instead of trying to control it. That's what I keep getting. And with the presence of the divine feminine, this is like the opposite of the ego card. It's like, if you look at them, it's like it's like the same and the exact opposite at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, and maybe you're unaware that it's you being your ego that's been leading you this entire time, but this is a call that our ego, do you see how this is kind of framed in black and this is framed in white? Our ego and the other aspect of ourselves, they look the same, they look similar. Sometimes we're unaware of which is which. And the advice is that to tell you that even though you have been working in ego, or someone in your energy has been working in ego, that they would like you to shift into this energy, which is that you are the center of everything. And if you radiate light and you radiate honesty, trust, purity, and you kind of step out of this low vibrational hero, the hero isn't low vibe, but I'm just seeing it as a low vibe in this reading. And if you step out of that, it will help you gain the abundance that you seek and keep the pentacles, keep the heaven, keep whatever the gifts are that you've had. But it takes knowing that everything kind of revolves around you, as within, so without, right? And I think that this is important. At the center of everything, there's light, and you are that light. Like, are you being that light? If you're in a low vibrational energy, then everything around you is going to, you create your reality, right? So if you're in a low vibration, then this is for you. This message is for you. Why, or whoever is in a low vibration that's connected to Pisces. Anyway, guys, this is the advice that I have for you, Pisces.